Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the NWA review series for the 25th of January 2022. NWA, I guess they did a MIDI power this time. Power Surge is what they call it. I don't quite understand why they run the same concept of a program on two or basically back to back weeks. It's just shorter program, longer program. Why name it two different things? Kind of confusing. Anyway. Opens with the Fixers, Jay Bradley, and his partner, Wrecking Ball Legursky. Legursky yells everything he said from his name to cheer for us to we're here, we're for hire, pay us, and all that other stuff. He's basically doing the old school kind of Dick the Bruiser type heel. Then we move to Rodney Mack defeating Devon Graves. Basically a squash match to put Rodney Mack over. Nothing against Rodney Mack, but he's kind of one of those guys where I was surprised he was still wrestling when I found out that he was. Mack dominates the majority of the match. He chokes his opponent and does some pretty sloppy offense. Graves taps out under the ropes, squeezing his head against the ring. Fixtures talk about how things are going, things they like in wrestling, including big men who beat people up. I guess we kind of have that in common, although no one here is Brock Lesnar by any stretch. Anyway, we move forward into kind of a more, I guess you'd say, impactful match, the NWA Juniors Championship qualifiers here. Austin Aries defeat Rhett Titus in the Junior NWA Juniors tournament. Match is really good. It's a replay of a match from Hard Times 2, so I won't really go through it except to say that Austin Aries does manage to win and advance in the NWA Juniors tournament. I mean, and I mean nothing to really note here. Kylie Ray versus Maddie. Match is decent. Kylie is excellent, and Maddie is Maddie Wardowski from most notably AEW Dark fame. They played off her with Melina last week, which I guess is fine. Ray looks good. Maddie yanks her by the hair, tries to get her into an arm lock. Ray holds on. Maddie pulls Ray's head into the ropes, breaks it off, and hits a boot. Ray is over the middle rope, choking her with her foot afterwards. Maddie then goes heel, turning into a bully against Ray, rubbing her face into the mat after a suplex, followed by a camel clutch. Ray then fights out and then takes a forearm to the back, and then Maddie's heel work here is very good. Ray does a good deal of selling, and the announcers note a loss to Melina in the previous episode, seem to basically light up anyone associated with her, and then Ray is able to get her in a cradle and float it over into a nip up and a super kick. I hate the fact that super kicks are on every wrestling show, overdone, but at least there's only one here. Maddie gets a near fall, but Ray dodged pump kick and rolls into a crossface and gets the submission win. Fixers tell more stories, explaining 4K resolution and told a story about a woman walking a goat. I don't know where they would do this. Anyway. So then we go to the show's final match or main event, depending on how you look at it. The Fixers defeated Fable Jake and Miguel Robles. Fixers change their opponent and begin crushing them immediately. Bradley hits a bunch of elbows on Robles, tagging out Legursky, slamming him into power slam position. Austin Idol tells Legursky to lay in the chops, and apparently they weren't hard enough or something. Bradley and Legursky throws Jake around the ring before crushing him to the mat, and Legursky hits a cannonball on Jake before scoring a pinfall win. Show ends saying the Fixers produced the whole thing. I don't think that's how this works, but it's a fun show, and honestly, the NWA does more with character development than either of the major national companies in a lot of cases. Not every case, but more often than not for the budget they have. Anyway, we'll be back with more right after this.